Hey everybody, welcome back to the forefront. Before we start, let's get a drink check. Today, I am drinking a mix of two things. I've got half of it is Arizona ginseng diet tea, straight out of the gallon, and the other half is apple cider.
From a local apple orchard.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh wow.
I am drinking Runa tea, the finest energy source out of the Amazon. Runa. I'm also holding Hello Kitty because I don't know what Alden is going to play for me today at all, and he's warned me that we're going to be sitting here for at least an hour plus. So I thought,
Yeah, something like that.
Hello Kitty might give me a little bit of, comfort as I head into the world of your music.
I've got a pillow
You get a pillow
to cuddle with.
All right, cool.
Okay, so today what we're doing is, I'll just tell you right now, we're going to listen to an album.
Okay.
That's why it's a bit lengthy.
Okay. I'm going to put Kitty over here for right now. In
Okay.
case I need some support. I'll
You
put
might.
it back over. All right. An album. We're going to listen to an album. All right.
So take a wild guess. What do you think we're listening to?
I think we are going to listen to Blady. Which, if I remember, you showed me something that said the guy said you could call him Blade or Blady. So I'm thinking Blady is the way we're going to go. Am I right about that?
No.
Okay.
You're not right
Blaze,
about that.
I mean.
There's a fly flying around. Mosquito.
Wow.
Okay, so no, we're not listening to Blade. I thought we should go and continue a bit with Radiohead. Because I'm thinking we should go more into alternative rock. We listened to No Surprises a little bit ago.
Yes, we
and you really liked that song.
I did.
Now we're not listening to that album. That album is from 1997, OK Computer. We're listening to an album from 2007.
Okay.
So a decade later, and it's called In Rainbows.
I will point out that after yesterday, when I was studying up on Wilco, that there was a music critic who compared Radiohead and Wilco together.
Yeah.
Because of the sort of breadth of music that they've created, the longevity that they've had. So I thought that was interesting.
So that is actually the idea of the breadth of music that they create is the reason I chose this album.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like I wanted to try and pick the album from them that I felt made the most sense for a first listen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just know about the band. What's the first thing you should listen to? I think it's In Rainbows. Reason is, I believe that this album definitely has kind of everything on it. I feel like it has a lot more mellow tracks, has a lot more upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
It has some of everything that they kind of do. This album, they were on like a hiatus for 4 years or so. They had just gotten out of a record deal.
Mm-hmm.
4 years prior, 2003, where they released their hit album "Hail to the Thief."
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, this is not only one of my favorite Radiohead albums. I think it might be my favorite Radiohead album, but I think it's also just one of my favorite albums ever. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm really excited for you to hear it. It's 10 tracks.
Cool.
But yeah, we're just gonna go straight through it, start to back, and yeah, I think this is probably the best album to get into Radiohead.
Well, and as we talked about before, it is interesting that, at least for me, the Spotify, world
Yeah.
has not so much focused for me on listening to whole albums, except very rarely, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of songs. So listening to an album is cool. I like to do it. God, the experience used to always be about the album,
Yeah,
You spent
exactly.
$5 on it or whatever.
Yeah.
I do remember when double albums were $9.99. They never went over $10.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good deal.
I found this album so many times in record stores and stuff, and I've never managed to pick it up for some reason.
I like the cover. Hold
I love the cover for this one. So cool.
Is that anything, or
So-
is it just colors?
I'm not sure what's behind there, but
I thought it was a fetus. It doesn't almost look like a fetus.
I can see
in
that.
Utero? Like
it could be.
strange. Rain dash. Oh, is this how they
Yeah, so these all say in rainbows and these say Radiohead. They're just kind of like
a weird mix-up? I wonder if
Yeah.
there's a code in rainbows.
maybe I've never looked into that. But yeah, I think we should just get into it. This is
Yeah, let's do a song. I wanna get the groove
okay.
and see what we're talking about.
So the first song is called 15 Step. Are you ready?
The 15-step program. If the 12 doesn't work, baby, go with the 15.
What does that even mean?
Oh, it's an addict. It's an Alcoholics Anonymous. It's the 12 steps.
Oh,
It's how one
okay.
gets sober in the old method.
Hello, Editor Alden here. I just want to say about halfway through the first song, the camera starts shifting down, sliding because one of us accidentally kicked the table. We apologize for that and we fix it about 10 minutes later. If that bothers you, you can skip. You might miss the first song or two though. So yeah, thank you for watching and we apologize for the inconvenience. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. 15 Step. Here we go.
Love that beat.
Right? Super unique.
Should we look at the vocals?
What?
Should we look at the vocals?
Oh yeah, I'll pull them up. Here you
Because
go.
I'm thinking there's some message here. My old man hearing is
There you go.
challenging. Yeah.
The guitars really changed like the entire vibe of this song compared to the beginning.
Yeah. All right. I like that. Ooh. That's just a synthesizer, right? It's a lot of, weird sounds, kind of rocket ships taking off kind of stuff. I mean, I like that. The beat is good. Okay.
Okay. What do you think of that 15 Step?
So I'm just trying to frame it a little bit in
Yeah.
my mind, and I do think that in my listening of music, this whole genre, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just missed it in the 90s and 2000s. I was deep into my career and stuff like that, and I did not. Now, okay, so let me ask you a question. What band would you compare them to that would have a similar kind of style? Because I'm trying in my mind to think about what does this bring up for me?
Oh, dude, I have no idea. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay, so I liked it. I liked the bass. I liked a lot of the sounds. I think the words are pretty good. I still didn't pick out a guitar meaningfully. A bass, the bass I could hear, but
The guitar?
very much of a side
did you really not
sound
really get
in the
the
beginning,
guitar much?
but I didn't get it much as it went on.
Okay, that's true. I feel like it kind of got deepened, pushed down a bit as it went on. But, the guitar on this track really, I feel like, changed the entire feel of the song. Like, at the beginning, when it was just like just the drums, right? It's like, it sounded like very, like robotic, like metallic sort of thing. And then the guitar came in, and it just completely changed the entire feel of the song. It automatically felt like, calm and all that sort of stuff out of nowhere.
I feel like there must have come a point where the kind of rock and roll... Okay, is this rock and roll?
I wouldn't say so.
We wouldn't say so, right? Is it rock?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
it's rock because it's rock, but like, okay. So I feel like at some point what we talked about and what we listened to after we did the Wilco thing, the idea of 5 guys, 2 guitarists, a drummer, blah, 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 a typical kind of a thing, and each of them being distinctively heard, right? So at a certain point, rock music shifted for the most part into a more overly produced thing, right? Just as a genre.
Yeah.
So this to me feels like in my mind is like, okay, yeah, it's synthy. It's got a lot of electronic stuff going on. It's highly produced in a way in which, so I like it. Let's listen to another song.
Awesome.
I want to hear another one and sort of.
You think it's a good intro for an album?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's powerful, and
I agree.
I think it's. I like the lyrics. I like the the struggle of life and it playing out in songs.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. It's just gonna fade into the second song.
Cool.
And here we are, Bodysnatchers.
I like this already.
I do not understand what it is.
No mistaking this beat. Right. That. Good. Cool. Like that. These lyrics are tough.
Super grungy guitars.
Your mouth moves only when someone's hand up your ass. That's a line. I really like that.
Great lyric.
I gotta write that down. Use it. All right. Ooh, that's a hell of a line. Skin and a. Wow. Ooh, yeah. Jesus.
I knew you were gonna like that song.
I feel like I've been fucking assaulted. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously.
I mean, aside from that like break in the middle, it just throws it at you the whole time.
I know nothing. I can't even speak. I know nothing about mosh pits. Is this music that people would have mosh pits where they would like be rocking and throw themselves into a big bunch of people?
I don't know about like. I could see it being like that. I don't know about like mosh pits where people are like getting beat up.
Well, I mean, I think the idea is they all just pile in on top of each
Yeah,
other in some
definitely,
crazy
I'd see
fucking way. But I mean,
This song definitely would be something
all right.
people are mosh pitting and stuff too. Sorry, the camera. We didn't notice it was falling.
Yeah, the old camera went up towards the ceiling, which was cool. So
We're just gonna continue where we left
here's
off.
exactly where I was at. I've kept my thought in place. So I find this to be incredibly depressing.
Aggressive?
Depressing.
Oh, really?
Depressing. Okay, so when I read this lyrics and a line like, they got a skin
I was looking at that one
and
too.
they put me in, okay, that is fucking powerful image. Powerful image, right? And a lot of the work that I do sort of with people and trying to get them to understand how to be more present in their lives, right? Because we all live up in our fucking crazy subconscious, and like to be present is to fill your skin. Okay. Okay, so, and when we feel uncomfortable, a lot of times we're down inside and we're not filling our skin.
I think what it's talking about is being controlled.
Right, but this is the point. So when you're
Yeah.
controlled, you're not present, and you're
Yeah.
inside somewhere and you're not connected, right? And
Yeah.
so that's a shitty feeling. Okay, the light's gone out for me. It can follow you like a dog. It has brought me to my knees. Your mouth moves only when somebody's hand is up your ass.
I love that line.
Well, that's another one. I mean, like, yeah. So, okay. So, like, I like the music. I think the beat was great. I love the guitars were awesome. I could see this as a live song that would just be fucking crazy.
Oh, it'd be
which is why I
amazing.
thought of the mosh pit thing and people sort of losing it.
Yeah.
But there's a desperation to this music to me, and it's that alienation, that
You saw with No Surprises. And
yeah, right.
that idea.
And when we were reading about them, and I think that that's this really important thing to me. I am, for the most part, I'm a positive person, right? And so I tend to look for music that reflects that, right? And so this is just it's a little jarring to me. The music was a little jarring. It woke me the fuck up, right? And I can feel that, just that alienation
Yeah.
within the music, and certainly within those lyrics. It's tough. It's like it's a real fucking energy blast. I don't know if I see it as like background music over the course of a Sunday.
I wouldn't say so. Either. It's
I
more something you got to think about when you listen to it.
yeah, like it's a powerful experience, particularly with headphones on.
Oh, 100%.
And of course, if we had big speakers blasting, I think it could even be, even be more powerful and really feel that bass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, cool, man. I like it. This Tom, what is his name?
Tom York.
Tom York. Is he the vocalist?
Yeah.
So yeah, go for another one now.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Track number 3. Let's get started with Nude. This is one of the more popular songs
Okay.
on the album.
Looks like another depressing lyric. Okay, it's kind of trippy.
Right?
Something's gonna kick in here.
It's like the atmospheric sounds, all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
violins and stuff all the way through the back.
Oh yeah.
Feel it in all parts of your ears.
Well, I love the speed. Is the female singer in the band all the time?
I don't think there's a female singer. It's just him.
That's him. What a range of vocals, Jesus.
There'll be something missing. Now that you found it.
The guitars in this song are beautiful. The guitars, great in this song.
It's a really different vibe. Not exactly uplifting lyrics again. Okay, now some.
So don't get big eyed. Then
You know, it's funny, we were talking about albums and playing them in their totality. And this song is it's almost like a respite after
You think so?
after the blast of the song before.
I agree with
You know. Do you think about this band as an English band at all?
I mean, they are, but
Right,
I mean, I don't really think about that when it comes to music, you know? I don't really think about, like, that sort of stuff. Well, I probably should, but...
Well, they have. I mean, the English bands have a long sort of history of very edgy,
Yeah.
characters and stars and music, and the growing up in England, in a lot of ways, for a lot of people in the down side of town, is really bitchy.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's a lot of that alienation that grows out of the English sensibility. And if you look at a lot of the bands, I think that came out from England, they have a pretty, a despairing voice, I guess, to their music. And I feel that, just sort of the flow of what I know about music from England in this period. So this was 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
And when
They recorded this for a couple of years, though.
when did they start again? What was their first?
I think their first release was like 1991, 92. It might
So this
have been
is a
bit
pretty
before that.
mature album for them,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, they'd have been making music for like 20
Yeah.
years at that point. Because they, started making music together in like 1985. I think
Yeah.
it was.
I liked that. I think it was very very nice melody, really great playing. The fucking words are just
Amazing. They're great.
they're amazing, but again, there's a certain depressive quality to the life that is behind the music,
Yeah.
right? So like music, so if music reflects, this is a Tweety thing too. Chicago is a big, and the Midwest come through Wilco's music in a powerful way, right? And I get the sense here that the tough side of the tracks in Britain
Yeah,
is really what's the voice behind this, you know?
I like that way of looking at it. I want to get into the next song.
Yeah.
Okay, this is song number 4, Weird Fishes / Arpeggio or Arpeggi.
Arpeggio.
This
I'm gonna like this.
this song's great.
Okay.
You're gonna like this. This is my second favorite song on the album. You'll get to the number 1 later. This is the song I was comparing the song we listened to yesterday by
Yeah.
the band Before Wilco to.
Yep. Uncle Tupelo.
The ambient one.
Sandusky. Well, this makes me smile at least. I like how it's picking up. Nice guitar. Just simple.
I'd be crazy not to fall. They tell me turn me on a phantom. I follow to the end of the earth.
Now we get into the more dark. Weird fishes.
This song is so pretty. Just everything about it.
How interesting. Remind me to say something about this. Wow. I'll tell you, everything is like a tiny bit of overwhelm, and I liked that a lot. Now, first of all,
Right.
weird fish. Do
Yeah.
you remember? I used to buy weird fish clothes for you and I when I went to England, and you don't remember. But I brought home. I still have shirts, weird fish shirts that I bought.
Is it a brand?
Yeah, it's a brand, and I'm guessing obviously now that the brand was created from this lyric
Could be.
because it's an English company, it's
Could
an English
definitely be.
band, and I'm sure that's where I'm going to look that up. But I love weird fish clothes. So yeah, okay. So it started off, and I thought it was going to be, and maybe it is. Let me just sort of gander at this. I thought it was going to be a bit of a love song.
It the beginning and just like the way all the guitars flow and play and with the drums and everything, I can see that.
Like your eyes,
Yeah.
they turn me.
And the lyrics, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's a pretty powerfully cool, loving kind of thing.
And it continues, talking about
Yeah.
following.
Your eyes, they turn me into phantoms. I follow to the edge of the earth and fall off. This is all cool. Yeah, everybody leaves. So this is where it shifts. It's like, okay, somebody's
Yeah.
it's like, fall in love. I'm falling off the edge of the earth, right? Cool. Everybody leaves if they get the chance. And then this is my chance to get eaten by the worms and weird fishes. Picked over by the worms and weird fishes. I'll hit the bottom and escape. So, like, is this guy like in love with somebody, or is it the same time?
That's
as
what
it,
it feels like.
Hitting a bottom. Is this a positive ending?
That's my.
question.
It feels like one of those things where he's really, really into somebody, and and then it just gets like.
I mean, I'm thinking weird fishes and.
Or he's in like a relationship,
Yeah.
and then it just something happens type thing.
So I'm going to look at this as a positive song. I'm a little confused by the end, but like I felt like it was the first one that we've listened to that was telling a good story.
I wouldn't say it's good, but I'd say it's one of the more positive songs.
Well,
so
love
far.
is fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, love is fucked up, and when you decide you're going to go into a relationship, and follow to the edge of the earth and fall off, weird fishes, weird fishes come by to eat you, man.
Of course.
Why not? I liked it. I would say so far it's my favorite song we've heard.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, my favorite song.
100%.
Great lyrics.
Beautiful track. Like just
Yeah.
everything about the.
Yeah, I get it better now by listening to this. I get the sort of appeal, and again, starting to get a sense of the wide range of what they create.
I feel like that's why this is a great album to start with. They do a lot of different stuff. Okay, let's continue to the fifth song. I'm just gonna play it from the last 10 seconds of this song.
All right, mate.
I forget if there's a transition here, but that's the reason. I'm
Not a
just gonna do that.
problem.
Okay.
Go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, done. Escaped.
All I Need. This is my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
You'll see why.
No, I like the words. Anyway. What's that? Synthesizer, I guess, but love that deep tone.
Yeah, synth bass.
Oh, yeah. I want huge fucking speakers for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Similar theme as the last song.
Hmm?
Similar theme as the last song, I feel, on this one.
I'm assuming it's another love song. Ooh, next line's a killer. I love this. Love that imagery. That's pretty trippy. It's like an expansion, right? Oh, wow.
Right? Crazy ending.
Seriously, man. Oh, that was awesome. That song was awesome. It had the it started out in a kind of distinctive way,
Yeah.
and then built. Really,
And just it came to like a climax and it just
yeah,
rode out till the end.
powerful, powerful. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not. It's the songs are like fractals of the same sort of theme.
Yeah.
you know, and but this I would say again is about a serious relationship or
Yeah, I mean, very similar theme to them.
Similar
Weird Fishes
theme.
type thing.
like it's in the middle of a fucked up relationship.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, sort of the angst of dealing with a fucked up relationship. It's all wrong. It's all right. It's all right. It's all wrong.
That's
it's all
that's
right.
one of the reasons
You
I
know,
talk
like
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, like discombobulation, man.
Exactly.
Alienation.
Sort
I
of
mean,
thing.
you know, it all seems to reflect back to not being able to fit into your skin either
Yeah.
in relationships or in society.
Dang, you pick up well.
You know, I mean, it's a desperate voice to me. It's like this is a cry. You know, music like this that reflects a generational vibration, right?
Okay.
Is in a way, you know, a cry for help. Not for the person necessarily, though. If you were to read this lyric, you'd think, "Hey, man, this guy's could use a little straightening out in some way, right?"
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it reflects the society and the culture that are lost, you know. And I think that's really powerful, really powerful. I like it. Okay, go.
All right, let's get into track number 6. Okay, straight into it. Faust Arp. I don't know if it's Faust or Faust. I always say Faust.
Oh, it's Faust.
Yeah.
Faust is a character from German stories.
What you say?
Faust is a character from German stories.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We'll have to talk about him if it goes. Oh well. This strikes me as very British. It almost sounds like the Beatles. Great line.
Right?
Wow.
Almost, in some ways, almost feels like an interlude. But it isn't. I don't think.
So I know you can't remember the Beatles album Abbey Road from memory, but that album is sort of filled with little lyrical music departures.
Yeah.
And this is very much like that. It sounded like the songs are poetical.
Oh, 100%.
Right, like so. This song is a piece of poetry put to music, right? And the words in this song are incredibly important. I mean, this is like the kind of lyrics that are expressive, duplicate, triplicate, dead from the neck up, stuffed. Again, that same sort of feeling, man. That same feeling of alienation inside a skin.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same kind of imagery. I love that song. I thought that song was great. Again, you're right. It's like an interlude, but over the course of the album, listening to it in total, it's really mixing up the with
Yeah.
you know. So I like it.
Okay, let's move on. I forget which song is next. It is Reckoner.
Reckoner. Love the snare drum. Is that a snare drum? Love the beat. Separation again, right? In rainbows. Reckon.
Something I love about this song is, in my opinion, it's one of the most powerful ones to me on the album. It's really, to me, it's really powerful, but it feels like it doesn't do too much to get there. It just, like, it doesn't feel like it needs to do much, but it to me, it still feels really powerful, and it's pretty, it's, you know, it's not doing too much in the song.
No, it doesn't do too much, and I think, you know, for me, I sort of think it's my least favorite song.
Okay.
I am not attracted to that kind of vocal treatment.
Explain.
For the most part. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't find that particularly melodic. I find it somewhat discordant.
Okay.
Just the way he was singing the lyrics, and it's not something I've thought through. Just my gut reaction.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily put that on my playlist, because it's kind of, no other real words behind it.
It's just all right.
Just my sense. It's not I'd cast that one aside.
Okay.
From the catalog.
All right. Ahead we move. Is this House of Cards? Yeah. Another great song.
It's almost like a calypso beat. What is that thing? It's a huge, like,
It's like a... I don't know what to call it.
some kind of an instrument or something. I love the background theme that's been going on with that guitar.
I agree.
That's really nice there.
Infrastructure will collapse. Voltage spikes. Throw your keys in the bowl.
Key parties. You don't know what they are.
swear
Guitar beat, simple, holds it together. Such a good beat. I totally loved that song.
Oh, me too.
Now that beat, it's like
Super peaceful.
almost the guitar. It's just a little reminiscent of like a Caribbean sort of a
Okay.
island kind
I can
of
see that, like
a,
ukulele.
a sound. Yeah. In fact, totally ukulele. What a bunch of powerful words. So what? Okay. So what do you think this song is about?
I feel like it's another. I feel like it's also another similar theme to Weird Fishes and All I Need. Except like this one, I feel like it's about. I feel like it goes back to more of the relationship theme, and it like kind of follows something like. I feel like it's more of like a falling apart thing.
So this reference here, this little quartet, I guess, the infrastructure will collapse
Yeah.
from voltage spikes. Throw your keys in the bowl and kiss your husband goodnight. So, back in the I don't know when it was really popular. It might have been the 60s, 70s, 80s. Couples would have parties, and it was usually like couples in the suburbs, right?
Okay.
And they would throw all their keys in the bowl when they left for the night. And you would pick out the key, and that would tell you who you were going home with.
Like-
So it was basically a wife swapping party.
Really?
Yes, they were called key parties, and they all agreed when they went into the deal that whoever picked up the key, that's who they'd go home and have sex with.
Never heard of that.
No. So,
This is definitely a reference to that.
totally. So this line is basically saying, throw your keys in the bowl, kiss your husband goodnight, you're going to go fuck somebody else. Which is pretty much of a powerfully unhappy thing to think about in a lot of ways.
Absolutely horrible.
Right? So
Holy.
yeah. So the house of cards, their house of cards, your house of cards comes down, your shit all falls apart.
Yeah.
You sweep it under the table and you deny. Your ears should be burning is usually a reference to someone talking about you
Really?
behind your back. Okay, so if you and I were trashing your sister, let's say,
Oh my.
okay, and we were going, like we were talking trash about her, we would say, boy, I bet her ears are burning. Okay, so that's just another sort of colloquial phrase. So yeah, this is about a fucking relationship disintegration.
And it's crazy because like the backtrack on it is like, the backing track is like super peaceful drums,
It's
all
peaceful,
these
yeah.
atmospheric sounds going on.
Yeah.
The guitar's super peaceful.
You're sitting outside listening to that, right?
Yeah, it's like super
peaceful and cool.
ambient and just
Yeah.
peaceful across the
Then you
whole
listen
thing.
to the words, you want to just slice your freaking wrists.
Yeah. I love how they do that a lot on this album, where like the words and the lyrics contrast the music so much, but in a way that really works, and you can really, I don't know how to say it, but yeah.
No, I get it. I know what you're saying. I mean, I would absolutely. I will listen to this song again. I will play this song at home on a playlist with for Jane on a Friday night or whatever, for sure. I like it, and I don't hate. It's funny. The way he sings it is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But the words rip your guts out.
Agreed.
All right.
Let's move on.
Yeah, good one.
So yeah, okay, we got two more songs.
All right.
So we're moving
Let's
right
rock and
now
roll.
into Jigsaw Falling Into Place. Also one of the more popular songs on the album.
What's the name of it?
Jigsaw Falling Into Place.
Jigsaw falling into place. All right, well, that's a positive thought, right? When a jigsaw falls into place, things are going well.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. Somehow I think it's going to be suicidal by the end, but let's see.
We'll see.
Good beat. I like that line.
Beautiful guitar patterns on here.
Really good. Like that a lot.
Just as you take my hand, just as you write my number down, just as the
Ooh, yeah,
drinks
love this.
arrive, just as they play your favorite song, as your body disappears. No one to wind up like a spring before you had too much. Come back and focus again. The walls have been in shade. They gotta chase your cat grin as close to the cameras before you come but so.
Great.
Before you run away from me, before you're lost between the notes, the beat goes round and round. The beat goes round and round. It got me. I just pretended that I was a blue instrument. As I sat up,
Great line. Really good. Ooh, I love this ending. If it is. Oh, yeah.
I forgot how much I love this song.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That had it all.
Yeah, favorite
That song had it all. Beat was awesome. There wasn't too much discordant noise, which throws me off.
Yeah.
That was a great song.
I completely
Yeah,
agree.
totally.
Honestly, I think my favorite part of the whole song is those. It's okay. So you know how there's like the guitar pattern in the beginning.
Yep.
And it has like that at the end of it. It's like the.
Yeah.
It goes from like the. It goes like the dun dun dun.
Yeah.
And how
So
that
good.
comes back like towards like the end, and it just those parts are. I love those parts so much.
Well, I love that. That's why I always love refrains, because I listen to a lot of classical music.
Yeah.
Okay. And symphonies create themes that carry through each movement. Okay.
Yeah.
And they come back at the end for the fucking crescendo, and it's like it reaffirms these 4 long movements of music that you've been listening to when it comes back to this theme, which is like stirring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like good symphonies make you sit up and like want to go fucking dance and cheer, right? And I get the same feeling with this, how coming back to that great guitar lick just pulled the song together.
Oh yeah.
Right? And made
Oh,
it
yeah.
like really, really good. Really good.
Last song is called Videotape.
Damn, that song was good. I
I know.
really feel good after that song.
All right, here we go.
Piano lead-in. Is that the first piano lead-in, I think?
First piano lead-in, yeah, it is.
Went out at the pearly gates.
What a voice this guy's got.
What?
He's got an amazing voice.
Oh, I know.
Mephistopheles is the devil.
Really?
So that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
This is one for the good days. Out of control on videotape.
I love this. It feels like someone's hammering, but
To me, the song feels like a goodbye or like a suicide note almost type thing.
yeah, it's funny. The sounds, the pounding sounds, and the way that whole thing developed from just like one little beat, right, and then on this side, it was expanded into like, and the distinctive single pounding that came on sounded to me like rocks. It sounded like a pound, like a rock on a rock. You know, it has a distinct sound, and I
didn't pick that up, but it could have been.
I just felt to me like as opposed to being from the drums, it's like it was a rock.
Yeah.
Somebody pounding a fucking rock. I don't know. Yeah, I think.
Super emotional song.
It's all about goodbye. And the videotape thing is interesting, since we really don't freaking have videotapes anymore like we did back in 2007 or 97 or whenever this was. Red, blue, and green, red, blue, and green, red, blue, and green. It's rainbow colors, right? Again, red, blue, and green. This line up here, so when I'm at the pearly gates, that's
Heaven.
This will be on my videotape. Mephistopheles, who is a representation of the devil, is just beneath, and he's reaching up to grab me. So here he is. He's at the pearly gates. Heaven is awaiting him, but the devil is reaching up to grab him and pull him back down, right? So it's this point of good, bad, right? Some kind of maybe like a decision. Red, blue, and green. You are my center. When I spin away, out of control on MIDI, is my way of saying goodbye because I can't do it face to face. I'm talking to you before. No matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid. Yeah, it's a suicide note.
Exactly. I feel like that's
because I know
the way I
today
interpret
has been the
it.
most perfect day ever. So you go out, you have a fabulous day with somebody, and then you go bang, and you leave them a videotape that tells them what you did.
That's exactly what I thought.
Well, that's a fabulous note to end on.
You think so?
No, not necessarily, but I will
Theoretically.
I will say this, that listening to all of the songs together,
It really, this final song really brings it all.
it brings it
All the
together,
themes
and it is
everything.
not a happy fucking song. It is not a happy message.
The whole album kind of just,
Yeah, it's
all builds to that final.
my sense is.
Ending.
Does he write all the songs, Tom York?
I think so.
My sense is obviously that this is a way of expressing at least one relationship that is off track.
Could be.
You know, and because that is a theme. That's the theme. It's all about broken hearts, confusion, good and bad. You know, when you reference the pearly gates in Mephistopheles, you're basically talking. You're talking about good and evil, realistically, as opposed to just bad. So whatever that reference, how powerful or direct that reference is, it's a pretty powerful one.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I mean, so for my first Radiohead listening to an album experience, I am impressed. I am somewhat surprised that I actually managed to miss this band completely, and never really picked up on it. So yeah, great stuff, impressive. Thank you for
course.
showing it to me, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Like it.
That's great. I'm really happy you like it.
Well, I hope that our audience enjoyed it too, and
Of course.
you know, it's cool. And we'll have to see what we're going to see next, because I believe it will be my turn to present you with something else, my
Whatever
son.
you want.
All right. Well, we're having a great time. So thanks, man. Talk to you later.
Thank you,
Peace.
everybody, for watching. Bye-bye.